Welcome to another Fiat 500 video. This is 2012 Fiat 500. Got a few things to be looking at. So there's a pollen filter to fit, which I didn't manage to do in the last Fiat video. This fog light is loose, so I'll be taking a look at that as well. But the main complaint is when the owner sets off, it's a bit, it's a bit jerky, but it's all right once it's up to speed. So what I'll do is I'll give it a test drive and we'll verify the complaint. Okay, I'm set up, about to start it. Now, this car's got 69,216 miles on the odometer, so start it up. Seems to start up all right. Just put this in there. So I'll take it on my usual test drive. See what it's like. Well, first impressions, it seems to be all right. But on this car, the odometer seems to be flashing. I don't know why. I'm just looking on the the instrument panel. You call it instrument panel. It's just a single dial. You got speed on the outside, your tacho in the middle, then your little information display, which shows coolant temperature and amount of fuel in the tank. But the odometer seems to be flashing. I don't know why. And at the bottom it says city on the display. I don't know if that's for the style of driving, but it seems to be driving all right. Just wait, get it up to temperature. And there's no warning lights on the display. There's no engine management light or anything like that. So that's something I don't need to worry about. Remember, it's only a little 1.2, so it's not going to be, it's not performance that can blow you out of the water, but it seems to run all right. That city on the display seems to be a bit of a giveaway, but why is the odometer flashing? It looks me, but yeah, seems to be driving. So unfortunately, not able to verify the complaint. So you can see what I mean. Odometer's flashing, and it's got city at the bottom of the display. I just wonder if that's some sort of a mode. Let's have a look here. With trip. I wonder if there's any way of changing that mode. I wonder if that could be anything to do with whatever the complaint is. Now, while I'm going through that menu, I just felt the engine stumble a little. I don't know if you can tell. If I get outside, you might be able to notice something. So I think I've verified some sort of a complaint. Just wait, but I'm sure I thought I saw the engine stumbling. there we go. You just saw it there, so I've verified that there is a problem. Now I think the oldest cars that one of those telematics devices, just so that's not interfering with anything. Anyway, we seem to have verified the problem in some shape or form. It's definitely like a misfire, a bit of a stumble, a misfire. So get back to HQ and get the scan tool on it. Oh, and this is a scenery I have close to home. Spectacular, even though the weather's not perfect. Still quite nice to have this on your doorstep. So I've done a full scan, and there's 3 modules come up with 4 error codes in total, but I think the 2 that are most relevant are the ECM. So and I get those misfire random and misfire cylinder 1. So okay, I've saved that. So what I'll do is I'll system selection, and we'll go to ECM. So just make sure the fault codes are coming up. DTC codes, there we go. I might have to look them up, see what actually causes them, because it's always misfire. Could be anything. You know, it could be spark plug, could be spark plug lead, could be valves. But anyway, we'll get some live data. Right, and I'll start the engine. So we'll select some sort of let's see if we can find misfire. Oops, we'll get some. Let's have a look. Let's get some misfire data. Let's have a look. See if there should be some data bits for misfires. I'll just what I'll do is I'll scan it again. Then I'll just clear everything, see what comes back. I'll skip this bit. So there we are. It's picked up the same ones again. I'm not too worried about BCM and instrument panel cluster, but I'll clear everything. Clear everything. And see what comes back. So instrument panel cluster, I'm not worried about that at all. So I'll go back out, turn off the ignition. So I'll do another key cycle, start it up. And just turn it off, lock, unlock, oops, turn the ignition on, and I'll do another scan, see what comes back. Well, the fault code's not come back, so I don't know what's happening. I'll do another full scan, see what crops up. So my scan tool needed recharging, so I thought while that's on charge, I'll see if I can sort out this pollen filter. Now I don't know how many, I think it's just that one bolt. I've got the suitable spanners, got a set of small spanners on Amazon. I could put an affiliate's link in the description. And I think 4.5mm too small, but I think 5.5 was the right size. And it's still awkward to get into. So I'll probably end up doing this off camera, because I can't do it on camera at the same time. So I managed to get the cover off. It's actually held in by 2 screws, and yes, they are 5.5mm. And I had to unplug some of this loom to get to it, but there I can get to the filter and pull this out. I'm going to probably have to contend with steering column and pedals. It's trouble with the right hand drive cars. Pull this out. I've got the wiring lump to contend with. But I say it's one of the most difficult pollen filter changes I've done. But once it's out, if it comes out, it can go back in. So if I try to pull it at an angle, it's slowly coming out. Got the bottom bit out. So just pull it out from underneath. Just this last bit, and managed to liberate it. And there's our old one, and obviously that's airflow from front to back, which is about right. I've got the new one, a Bosch filter, so pull that out, compare them. Yep, that's looking good. And airflow, yeah, that way. See if this is marked on this filter. Oh, this is a Denso. Oh, so it says airflows that way, right? So it might have been installed wrong, because it looks like most of the dirt is on this side. But one easy way to verify is turn the ignition on and turn on the HVAC. Let's have a turn the just feel which way it's coming from. I'll have to start the engine. Got the blower on. I think we've got another problem. We've got a non-working blower. You can tell the difference between these two. Yep, yeah, it's definitely from back to front, so front to back. So it's, I'd say this has been installed incorrectly here. Yep, yeah, this filter was installed correctly, so put it back the right way. But can't feel anything coming out of the vents. So there might be another job to investigate. Anyway, I'll put this all back together. Oh, and I had to take the side panel off, which is a couple of 5mm Allens and a T20 Torx, and that makes the job a bit easier. So I'll put this all back together. It's getting late, so I think I'll finish up for tonight. So I managed to get that pulling filter, and it was actually quicker than taking it out now. Just having a quick look at this fog lamp, and it's soon obvious what the problem is. The lug is broken off, so you know, I could attempt to repair, but it might not hold. I think probably better off getting a new fog lamp. So she's, you know, the owner of this car, Kay, she's probably nudged it, and it's broken the tab off. So I really can't do any more tonight. Now, early on I did notice that the stumbles come back, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till my scan tool's fully charged up, and we'll have a look at this tomorrow evening, scan it again and see if that code's come back, and then we'll take it from there. So I've just scanned it again, and the ECM fault codes haven't come back, but I've been told that the problem's intermittent, so I'm suspecting spark plugs. So I'll refer to a previous video. I can't remember if I changed spark plugs or not, or plug leads, and if need be I'll get them ordered up and I'll change them anyway if they haven't been done. It's now the next day. I've just finished work, and I did check the service video I did, and I didn't change the plugs or the leads, so I've got them ordered up. I ordered them from my local Euro car park, so I'm about to set off down there, and I won't be taking the Fiat. I'll be going in the Merc, because I did 1,000 miles on the road trip video with the XC90, so I think it needs a bit of a rest. So, and I haven't used the Merc much since it passed the MOT, so Merc it is. So I'm here at my local Euro car park, so grab the parts and then get back to HQ. So there's my set of HT leads and a set of 4 NGK spark plugs. So we'll get back to the Fiat and start fitting these parts. So back at HQ, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the spark plugs first, you know, rather than doing it all in one go, because obviously we're going to be fixing the problem one way or another, but I'd like to know what it is. And I'm suspecting spark plugs, so to start off with, this airbox needs to come off, and it's a couple of 10mm bolts. So just buzz them off with impact, a small impact, not the beast. So just move that out of the way. And is there anything else? Yeah, should just lift off, which it does, and that should give me plenty of room to access the spark plugs. Right, let's have a look here. There's a couple of hoses here. Yeah, they'll need to come off. So I'll need, I think one of them will just pull off. That one pulls off at the back there, and this other hose for the crankcase ventilation. It's them same sort of clips as what was on the Mercedes fuel filter, if you remember from when I did the fuel filter on the Mercedes. So I'll just grab those pliers that I used before, and I'll get this other hose disconnected, and I can move this airbox out of the way. Got the pliers, but this sensor connector's in the way, so let's have a look, see if I just pull the yellow tab back, press on that and move that out of the way. Better not forget to connect that. I'm not sure what that's for, whether it's a camshaft sensor and it's still in the way, so I'll just get that disconnected. Should be able to pull that off. And it's tight because the sensor's in the way, but I think I'm just about cheating myself enough room. Let's have a look. I might be able to knock that clip off. And there we go, I've got that off. And I think these pliers, these are what I used to remove spark plug leads on Beetle, if you remember, that far back. But with this, I should be able to twist it off, work it loose. Really anyway for me to put the camera down, but if I'm careful enough, bit of twist, maybe I might have loosened it up enough to pull it, and I have. Just move that out of the way. There we go, and that's got me enough room to get this airbox out there. Better put that clip safe. Not sure I'm going to get this out of the way. Let's have a look. Yeah, this pulls out. The complete air filter box, yep, that's liberated. I can got that out of the way. I've got access to all the spark plugs, so I'll just start off with number 1. This is the one that was causing the misfires. So I just, oops, I'm not going to change the leads at this stage. Just get a grip on the spark plug boot, spark plug boot, and this one's deciding to fight me. So just see if I can pull it off. I'm just looking at that'll need a bit of a clean, will the throttle body. But let's see if I can put it down somewhere. Where's this tripod in? Hopefully. I'm not going to move. Right, now we're both hands free. Let's see if we can pull a spark plug. No, that's number 2. I want to be on number 1. That's where I want to be. That's the one I'm changing first. They've all got to come off. And this one is fighting me, so let's have a look. Don't like to do it this way. I think I'm better off. I'll get some other pliers, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I don't know how well you can see things. So that's how it get a proper grip, and how it comes. I'll be putting that back for now, but I can now get the spark plug out. Now I got my got the spark plug socket on an extension on my ratchet, on my 3/8 ratchet. So I just crack it off by hand. Oh, the camera's moved. So I'm sorry for the camera angle, but it's a bit awkward. It's a good job I didn't use my DSLR. I'll just get this one out. Now I realised when I did the service, when I changed the engine oil and the filters, it was last year, so more than 6 months ago, and it clocked up more than 10,000 miles. And like I said, I hadn't changed the spark plug, so they'll need changing anyway. Let's see if I can finish this off by hand. Yep. So there's the first plug. So actually it's not looking too bad. The colour's right, so the mixture's right, but I'll just get one of the new plugs. And that says I don't know when the last change. I've done at least 10,000. What do you know? The old one's an NGK. So I just compare them. They look. You can tell the difference between old and new. So, and the gap, I don't know if you can tell there, the gap, the gap's increased, so that's probably why it's misfiring. I'm just seeing if I can find any numbers. There's no numbers on this one. I mean, it could well be the original one from new, I don't know. But these 4-cylinder engines here, I think it's a 1.2, I can't remember exactly, and they use a ZKR7A. Yeah, ZKR7A-10. So refitting it, it's going to be the reverse of taking it out. So something to note: your spark plugs always starting by hand. Starting by hand. So I've got that one started. And you feel any resistance, stop, because you're probably cross-threading, but this one's going in easy enough. And then you feel it's starting to tighten, and then there we go. I feel a bit of resistance. Just nip it up a little bit. Don't go crazy with it, because modern engine, it's aluminium head and it's easy to strip the thread. So I just put the spark plug bolt, the lead on. I'll be changing this later, but I want to know what the problem was and with these things you just replace stuff one at a time. So I'll get the other 3 done, and then give it a test drive, see if misfire's gone away. If it has, that was our problem. We'll go ahead and change the leads out, change these HT leads, and then it's job done as far as the misfire is concerned. So I just thought I'd show you all 4 plugs, and you can see they've been in there a long time, and they're all the same. The gap's wider if you saw those new plugs, so it should run better. Probably fix that misfire. So I just button up, take it for a test drive, and then once that's done I'll come back to you before I change the plug leads. So I've changed the plugs and the leads. I did do a test drive after I changed the plugs, and I wasn't sure if it made a difference, but now having changed the leads as well, it's definitely made a difference. It's running better, so I can now turn my attention to this. It should be quite easy to get to, because if you remember when I had to do all suspension arm on here, it's just a matter of pulling the wheel off, and in fact there's a hatch there. Can I get to it? Yeah, I might. Let's have a look. Yeah, might not even need to pull the wheel arch liner out, but I'll get it up in the air and get the wheel off. So I got the wheel off, and I managed to get the arch liner off. There's four Phillips screws, and they all undid quite easily. And here's the problem. You can see where the tab's broken off on the fog light. So it's just I think it's just a couple of T30 screws, and then the fog light's out. And also the pads are almost worn right down. There's only a couple of mil left, even less than on the Mercedes. So I'm going to recommend that the pads are changed. So I was able to get it out without too much difficulty. The top bolt I couldn't get to with the impact, so just used my T-handle torques, and I managed to get it out. And notice it being held up with a cable tie. There's a cable tie in question instead of trying a proper repair. So I think what I'll do is I'll take this in house, give it a good clean, and then see if I can glue it back together or something. So I've got a plan with this headlight. I'm going to do it in 2 stages. Now, the first stage would be to stick it onto super glue. That's to keep it in place. Then with a soldering iron, melt a cable tie into it, and that should give it a decent enough repair. Now, we've got some super glue. Let's have a look. I think this might be blocked up on. I'll just have to unblock the nozzle, and then I can carry on. Right, okay, so managed to clear the nozzle enough. There we go, getting super glue on. Last, this is just to hold it in place until I can melt the cable tie. I suppose I better put glue on both surfaces. And this is just to hold it into place. It'll just keep it in place there, because that alone I don't think it'd be a good enough repair. So while that's setting, I'll get my soldering iron. So I just need to wait till the soldering iron gets up to temperature. So my soldering iron's up to temperature. Let's see if this is going to actually work. And this is the cable tie I cut off. So handy that I'm reusing it. Right, I'm quite pleased with that, so I think that should do it, yeah. So not bad for a first time attempt. And it's saved the headlight. I've saved the owner a few quid. I mean, if it were me, I'd have just got a replacement foglight second hand on eBay. But no parts required repair. I'll just leave that to cool before I put it back on the car. Well, that's turned out quite well. I'm quite pleased with that. And I don't think that's gonna fail. All the plastic's melted in, so not bad for my first attempt at plastic welding. So just get all this buttoned up, and then that should be the end of this video. So I was putting the headlight on. There's a third tab, and again I'll be able to plastic weld that on. So I'll do that off camera, you don't need to see it. You saw how I did it before, so once it's done, hopefully this headlight will be secure. I'm quite pleased with that. Like I says, that plastic welding should make for a lasting repair. As I've never Pine Hollow Auto Diagnostics would say, a no parts required fix. So I'll get this all buttoned up, and then I'm going to end the video. So we've come to the end of this video. So I've achieved everything that I set out to do. Fit the pollen filter, changed the plugs and leads, now it's running better and there's no misfire, and fixed the tabs on that front fog light. Now I did find a couple of things on the way. I mentioned the brake pads. Now I've spoken to the owner's dad, and he says get them done, so be back on the Euro car parts and get a set of pads ordered. I don't think he needs discs, because I can't feel a lip on them, and you don't have to change the discs every time you change your pads. You can get away with every other pad change, but that's me, you don't have to agree with me. Also, door handle. Now I was told that this was replaced, so I suspect that there's a clip securing that end of the door and it's worked loose or something, because I did say that handle had been replaced. But also, you saw the door handle's broken, so I won't be sorting that out, but I'll be taking a look at that. But that's going to be a job for another day and another video. So the next video I'll be doing the pads, and I'll be taking a look at that door handle. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. As ever, thanks for watching, and I'll see you there.